a sitcom in the works about living in New York City, right? With a family of 5 in a 2-bedroom apartment.
With 5 kids on, yeah, but it's very much a long shot.
Yeah.
But yeah, we shot a pilot, and then they'll test it, and determine that they don't like it, and then
That whole thing.
and they'll pick up to 3.5 men. I don't know. It's a lot of luck. So if it happens, I'd be grateful, but I'm not holding my breath.
And it's not your first flirtation with a sitcom either.
No.
Is this going better though? That you're working with some good people now?
Yeah, I mean, it's great. It's also strange, our creative collaboration, but I'm lucky. This guy Peter Tolan, he's amazing, and he did Rescue Me, and he did the Larry Sanders Show, so it's pretty amazing. But again, it doesn't have to be good to get on television.
Yeah. You just have to have who's playing your wife? You gotta have a hot wife, right?
My wife in the pilot, or if it gets picked up, is Mira Sorvino.
Oh.
So
Ooh la la.
I had sex with her.
Yeah. Yeah, you're a method actor. You're a method.
I'm method. I'm like, look, we have to audition. Here's some wine.
Jeannie, here's a vacation. Yeah, Mira's moving in for a month. I'm sure you have a lot of source material, for the show from the book here. Dad is Fat, because you write a lot about in the book about living in New York with the kids.
I always wanted to write a book.
Yeah.
The literary world is. I barely know how to read.
You've said, yeah.
But I wanted to write a book, and I also wanted it to be a book that I would want to read. And so when my wife had her annual baby. Around because you keep with each time you go through a child, there's a new opportunity for different observations on different parts of parenting.
Sure.
Newborn, pregnancy, and so I had like 5 stabs at those different topics, and I'm so unequipped to be a parent that I thought it's so foreign. Comedians, we should be. On the island of misfit toys more than in charge of other people. So that's some of the point of view of it, and I had a lot of fun writing it. And I wrote it with my wife. My wife and we do everything together.
Right.
So hopefully it's funny.
You're
all buying it, right?
Yeah.
You have to. I got 5 kids.
You got 5.
You have to pay for it. Marty, you're buying 2. You should buy 50
That is fat. A little too close to home here. You're not working on that.
That is fat. I do call Dad fat. All dads should be fat, though.
All dads are kind of fat.
Yeah. Everyone gets fat. If you're a dad, you're at that age, you're gonna be fat.
You get,
I don't want a fit dad.
Like in your 20s, you want to be thin, but then it's a losing battle. You're gonna be fat and ugly. We're all gonna be fat and ugly. Except for Suzanne Summers. I don't know what she's doing. She's talking to the devil or something.
Now, there's a recurring theme in the book, Jim. I'm not even sure how cognizant you were when you were writing it. Just about every chapter, there's a gripe about the financial burden of being a parent, having children, whether it's buying the diapers, paying for preschool classes they're not going to remember anyway, babysitters going to Broadway shows, Yankee games, movies, cost of birth. Have you tallied it up? Have you started tallying up the actual cost and multiply that by 5?
Yeah, it's very expensive, and that's what stops people from doing the brilliant move of having 5 of them.
Yeah.
But I've kind of resigned myself to the fact that, I do love being a parent, as Marty, wouldn't you agree? It's the most important thing you'll do in your life, right?
But we did 14, we cut him off. That's it, he's on his own.
Well, yeah, I got an invoice at 18.
Got an invoice. Got an invoice. Yeah. But there is something, it is, all my money goes to that.
Yeah, and imagine, 5
kids. They don't work.
They're not working. They're not,
even though they make fun of you, it's being a dad's the best. I put up with it.
Well, also being a dad, you don't want to suck at it. That's essentially, it comes down to, you're probably going to get a C as a grade, but you don't want to get an F. I don't know if that makes sense. Everyone's like, is that supposed to be funny?